them to take over a 5v5, but I feel like T1, especially with this Jace coming through, can play through sides, can be able to answer, can be able to poke, and I feel like they have got a lot more tools in their kit.
Yeah, because LNG outside of the Orianna is playing, and even that isn't going to be that good if you don't have control of the area already. Ash every single time as Tarzan and Owner are going to meet.
Walking in face to face. Sustained damage, neither side has that much, but right now a lot of damage coming in for Tarzan. Owner now just going to zoom his way out to safety. That's the phase rush proccing. Buckler coming in. Both sides squaring up with the big old golem here. Flash in, wall bang, first blood! Owner living up to his name!
Owner plays it out perfectly, gets the aggro back onto Tarzan.
Does he get the blue?
And he's going to get the blue as well. As Tarzan retreats back, he gets too close to the wall. Owner sees the opportunity, and now he's going to try to cut off Scout here potentially. Scout senses it and does.
From the guy that was the big underperformer on this roster. Zeus
stepping in, lots of damage. Zick now forced to flash out to safety. Zeus holding on for now. Hex Flash coming in, Poppy going to try and save the day. Buckler goes in, a little bit of a slow going through. Zeus needs to be careful here, can't walk too far forward, but Owner just continuing to harass. The E flashed away from Owner everywhere he needs to be.
And now it's a disaster. The lane is I don't know if Zeus is going to get his back, but the lane is pushing into Zeus.
On him, use the Buckler. Now they're going to go aggressive bot side.
Bottom side, Owner trying to work with a little bit of space. Hung has no mana. Gala finds the initial route. The follow-up, good damage coming through from Gala. Potential, an opportunity to turn, but Owner sticking right on top of him. Phase rush now procced. Owner just going to zoom his little butt out to safety. We'll be fine for now. LNG holding on in the
to be able to answer what Keria is going to do. And it's also allowed Gala to play Ghost when generally against Renata, you always have to play
six.
Tarzan looking down here on the bottom side. Good initial damage. Nice pullback on the shockwave. Guma still standing for now. The bailout will buy enough time for them to get one kill back. Tarzan still standing, and that means Guma will fall. LNG find an angle on bottom side, but here comes the hostile takeover. Faker knocking two, but the tower, it does not fire back. Owner does not have the angle to follow up on the Gala. He will just barely be able to find a Gala now, trying to make it out to safety. T1 need to get a kill back and return. Gala goes up. Gala goes down, but for now he is still standing. Finding the dissonance, finding the speed up. Gala making it out, and hope sparks anew for the side of LNG.
What a dive there from LNG, able to pull it off and get out. You thought they were screwed as we're going to have potentially a fight here on top side. When Keria found that angle for the hostile takeover, I thought it was for what feels like the first time.
Oh, as we might have another return player from Tarzan.
Rinse and repeat, finding the lineup, finding the angle, instant damage coming through Falio so they can get the root as well. If they can find the mark, but nice counter punch coming in from Guma, using the ult to stop the play in its tracks. Gala continuing to step up. Desperate to get a little bit more here, but has to be careful. The mark now coming through. Varus, good damage. Guma wants to finish it, and he gets it! Absolutely outplayed in the 1v1. Guma finds the kill.
It's a 2v3, but T1 are on fire today. Guma and Keria crushing through Gala and Hong, and just when we thought they had some hope, they take it right back away.
And we haven't discussed it, so these longer fights are so much stronger as they're still fighting.
Owner now trying to make his way out to safety. No dash is available, so the steadfast presence won't do much. Faker now zooming in. The scoop goes a little bit wide. The knockback ready to go just in case the counterpunch comes. Engage will be denied. T1 can just set their sights on the Drake. A bloody back and forth.
They push him out, sure. Tarzan gonna get away, but T1 will take the objective right off the back of it. Hong and Gala around. Tarzan is sniffing, but it's going to be too little, it's going to be too late, so it's about the fight if it's about anything.
On to Guma, follow-up is there. Owner not going to connect, Zick on the backside. Hostile takeover is clean, and again, there's no cleanse available for Gala. It stops the play for now. Zika trying to find one. Owner surely should fall here. Still standing because of the bailout, but he will eventually die. LNG get the kill.
That is a big investment, though. Yes, they get the kill, but they lose the dragon, and Zeus is going to have this freeway with the topside turret. T1 are still looking for a player. I don't know about that.
Have to be careful. Keria and Guma continuing to back up. 3 seconds left on Guma Yushi's ultimate.
There's no TPs.
Not without Iberis, cannot one-shot the wave.
Look at the Hex Gate. Faker's on his way.
Ulti available for Tarzan in just a couple of seconds here. Counting down, ticking away.
Yeah, they can't do it.
Faker gonna try to cover early ult to try to make it out safety. T1 backing off, are they gonna kill? LNG linger for a bit too long, not respecting the burst, and here comes Faker. Tarzan getting shredded by the soldier. One more is gonna do it. The Emperor of Shurima finding the double.
The double kill for the king of the LCK. Gets down to the bot lane, and Faker feels like he is on.
I don't think Faker is going to be substantially behind in his item finishes. Doesn't have a mythic now, but...
Push back, delays because of the crown shockwave, now pulling him back under tower. Faker keeping this one going. Trading ult for ult, not a bad deal. Again, Scout the most fed member of the team. Both sides will walk away with their lives.
At any point, because Tarzan has been on the back foot right from the get-go, allowing Zeus to play basically an isolated 1v1, which with the Jace,
Faker
he's always going to win.
in the darkness, coming through, the pushback onto Zeus to the skies, dumped down, and T1 just running the rift.
It's dominance from T1. This one quickly getting out of hand as Owner going to be chasing down Tarzan. He's got to run. Scout pushing out that tier 1 bot, but
Zooming in. Ulti goes a little bit wide, but the second half of the root on the Chain of Corruption will catch. Owner wants to keep this 1v1 going. Scout now retreating. Scout now coming in. Stun goes in. The pullback nice
Cancel
from Scout, buying a bit more time. But now again, the follow-up. The steadfast presence. And who is steadfast if not T1 in the face of elimination? 3 back-to-back clean early games as they fight against LNG.
And the only saving grace there is Faker ends up going down, even with the flash. Has this happened every single game? Like 3 Drakes? This early on is Tarzan.
Tarzan! That's your side of the rift, Zeus. Backing away, Gala off to the side. He can root up 2. Follow-up autos there, roots. No, this buying a bit more time with the hostile takeover. Now they're now onto each other. They're just killing each other. LNG, the fight instantly turned to beautiful from Carrier, but Scout can't get the damage. It is not enough.
T1 are going to keep the chase going. Faker's going to take the Hex hit. He wants to wrap behind them. Look at mid. Mid, they're going to try to get both towers. They'll prevent the charge on the tier 1 by killing it off. So they're going to push in that Herald and go for 2 towers off of the play. And off of the delay there from T1, they get a kill. They take 2 towers. They're going to get a 3rd charge mid as well.
And they got the Hextech Drake with all that going on as well. Soul point again at 18 minutes with a Hextech Soul.
And most of these games have been about T1.
Have to get creative. They're going to have to find picks. They're going to have to find a miracle. But T1 have been so bulletproof in their advancement of the game.
Down Carrier overstaying. Will get cut down here. Not quite enough life.
You can't even get the face-checking support. It just hurts so much for LNG. Nothing going their way.
LNG cannot get lucky, not even once. And again, now desperation strikes in the mid lane, just trying to get something back. That's Gala's Ghost gone. For LNG, every play now, every major move on the Poppy, nigh untouchable.
The crown has been popped and T1 are starting the Baron. LNG, your year is on the line right here, right now. How do they get in?
Can they make it work? Tarzan stepping forward, frontlining. The handshake pulls them back. The Baron already gone. There's no fight left, and still Owner goes in, finds the knockup on 2. They cut the back line. They're just forced to back away. But again, discipline is the story for T1. They got what they came for, and they walk away.
T1 get everything. They get the TP off Zika, they get the Baron, they're pushing down that top lane, and they're going to be able to answer mid. Maybe you lose the tier 1, but look at Carrier. He's setting up for
Hostile
play.
takeover, Shockwave there. Hostile takeover, a little bit of damage here. Faker off to the side. Owner backing away. Just the tier 1 and the objective bounty taken.
This is a 5 versus 4. Zeus is just pushing in the top side of the map. That's their most fat member. He's not even there.
And this is just dominance from T1. The space to become the player that he wants to be, to become greater, is now Faker breaking in the mid lane. Again, Tarzan can fish for the pick. They might be able to find it here. Can they get Faker down? The pushback's still there. Faker trying to slide, trying to glide out to safety. The root is there. The damage follow-up is not, however. Carrier, the flash in, the handshake onto Scout. You will not take his mid laner.
Zeus pushing down the bottom side. They can retreat back to a Hextech Soul. No answers remaining for LNG. This feels like checkmate from T1. An incredible
a on-hit Varus, a Zaire with Nashers, and a monster fat Jace.
And Zeus, full confidence play. There's no reason he needs to do that, but he does it anyway.
Zeus puts Zika 6 feet under, and he's looking to seal the deal. Another solo kill for the 5-0-0 Jace.
The gold lead, every advantage they could want. No reason to risk anything. It is slow, it is steady, it's controlled, it is massive damage. Gala firing back with the Inferno multi just to generate a little bit of space, but Scout getting chunks down. Don't even need a wave, just tearing through the tower as life bars shrink on the side of LNG, excuse me. Hope dwindling. JDG on the minds of T1 looking ahead to the semifinals.
Zeus just isn't missing. It's ridiculous. It's like 20 shock blasts in a row that this guy has hit. He's monster fed. And he is just having them
handshake
downloaded.
Back connected down to the wall. Zeus firing up with so much damage down. Go Zika. The pushback is massive. Gala knocked out at T1. Eyes on the prize.
And it's the God of Thunder. He loves his lightning champions, and Jace was always his most iconic. And in this final game, Zeus shows why he still pulls it out.
Final push now, LNG, one last desperate hold, but they've got nothing left. And even as every other LCK team falls away, Faker stays standing. T1 stays standing. The last light of the LCK burns bright, and Busan as they head to the semifinals.
And what a setup for semis this is, because I had faith in T1 coming into this series, but I thought that this was going to be a hard-fought battle. But T1, they threw a bunch of curveballs at LNG, and they just weren't able to find a consistent response.
It looks so difficult to answer T1 in draft. They were on point with the drafts. They were on point with the play. They may be the last remaining team from the LCK, but damn, is it a good one. This team was on fire, absolutely obliterating LNG.